Okay, we've got a lot to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, to start with, look at this great UFO video. This is shared by Wixie of these orbs in the sky that begin winking out of existence, or at least visibility. And what's really interesting in this video is, as he's filming this, the guy that's filming this, he's calling into the police, and you can kind of hear that in the background.
I'm getting all this.
We got disconnected.
Yes,
Are you filming it?
yes, they're disappearing now. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yes, we were disconnected.
They're trying to say that they're drones. Those are not drones. Drones do not do that.
And it's really weird.
Yeah, they don't look like drones to me. I mean, what do you think, guys think? Are these drones? Are these flares? Is it a hoax? It looks pretty legit to me. Pretty great sighting. I really like this sighting a lot. Let me know what you guys think, though. I think that's pretty solid. I'm really, I like the fact that he was calling into the police. And Wixie shares another similar kind of video right here. Of these orbs or whatever is going on here. Is that a larger craft and just lights on a larger craft? Not entirely sure what's going on here. I think those are lights on a larger craft. But then they just kind of wink out of existence again, which I think is just amazing. I think it's just an incredible sighting. A really good stuff. Really good share from Wixie. Meanwhile, we have David Grusch who's beginning his lawsuit against the people that leaked or may have leaked his medical records.
Surrounding UFO whistleblower David Grusch. He is taking a Virginia sheriff's office to court, alleging that the department purposely released his medical records and they landed in a hit piece. The trial begins today. News Nation's Ryan Bass joins us live from St. Petersburg, Florida, with the latest here. Ryan, good morning to you. What's at the heart of this lawsuit, and what are we expecting as the trial gets underway?
So, Marky, David Grusch says that the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office illegally released these records, which ended up in a news article just a few weeks after he testified on Capitol Hill about these explosive UFO claims that he actually exclusively told News Nation about back in 2023. Now, he believes the medical info was leaked on purpose, all to smear him and discredit his record. Now, he says these were private medical records from 2014 and 2018 tied to past struggles with PTSD and depression, which was never meant to be out there. And he thinks it was leaked to The Intercept to make him look bad after he testified before Congress about secret UFO recovery programs and claimed that people were hurt in this cover-up. News Nation spoke to a Harvard.
Okay, yeah, so it was clearly a hit piece in my mind, and Nick Pope seems to feel similarly.
Let's be very clear. This was a hit job. This story dropped, I think, just 4 days after David Grusch testified under oath to Congress of the reality of, an extraterrestrial presence and recovered material. And so the question really is, did elements in the intelligence community, did part of the deep state help the journalist by suggesting that he make that Freedom of Information Act request? Because that's, I think, the issue at the heart of this.
Right. Okay. So Grusch.
Okay, so yeah, so Grusch is suing the sheriff's office that leaked this stuff, apparently. Now, I think that's great. I think that he should hit them and try to disincentivize, smearing and discrediting whistleblowers. I think that's awesome. However, if this was an organized attempt at smearing him, that probably didn't originate with the sheriff's office. Somebody was calling the shots. Somebody was directing the sheriff's office to do this. In the intelligence community, deep state, control group, whatever you want to call them. So, it'd be nice to go after the puppet masters and not the puppets. But I guess you got to do what you got to do. So I wish him luck. I hope the lawsuit goes well, and we will see what happens. But let me know what you guys think. Meanwhile, Danny Sheehan is talking about alien bases.
Bases here on our planet. Many of which are located high in the desolate areas in the mountains, where very few people ever go, and beneath the sea. There's a major base in the Pacific that we're virtually certain exists off Baja, between Baja and Guadalupe Island, potentially beneath the ocean floor. This has been monitored. We have hundreds of videos of the vehicles coming and going from that location and plunging into the sea and going down into and coming from this base. This is extraordinarily important for everyone to understand. Very importantly, there is some percentage inside our national security state apparatus that knows this to be true. Bases.
Yeah, where are those videos, man? Okay, he says there's hundreds of videos of UFOs going into this underwater base. I want to see those videos, don't you? But of course, they're sitting on a mountain of evidence that they won't release. And meanwhile, people that come out trying to release stuff or at least talk about it get smeared and discredited. The cover-up has got to end, guys. But I think it's coming. I think it's coming. I think it's slower than I'd like, and it's not going to be as big as soon as I would like. But I don't think they can hold back the dam any longer, guys. There's too many leaks, too much stuff is coming out. You have Border Patrol agents coming out. You've got David Grusch. You've got Jake Barber. You've got so much stuff going on. And then you have, outside forces, like Skywatcher. And I say outside, but clearly they're friendly with people on the inside, and they're formerly of the inside. But they are hopefully going to get evidence of UFOs out to the public and even engage Congress. At least that's their plan. We'll see if it works, but I think there's so much momentum. And then you have the stuff in South America and Mexico, the Boogosphere, the Nazca mummies. They can't keep a lid on this much longer. A fantastic UFO video shared by John Bell. And check this out, because we have a direction change of this object. Okay, it was really fast. So let me go through that again. It was right around here. As you see, this object right there, that's going one way, and then it goes another way. Okay, I'll play that again for you. Let's see. All right. So going frame by frame, you can see this object coming and going. It's super fast, but I do not think that's a bird or a bug. Seems to come in right around there is when you can see it. Right there-ish. And it advances and it moves. Well, it may be coming out of that object. Okay, interesting. All right, and then it does a direction change. Goes back the other way. And then it becomes harder to see, if not impossible. Great stuff from John Bell. I love it. Everybody should go check out his channel, Florida Real UFO. He has like hundreds of these things. He gets these things on a nightly basis. Like, check this one out. This is a compilation of fast-moving objects that he got over a 2-night period. And yeah, this is a minute-long clip where you can see all these fast-moving objects. You can say that, hey, maybe they're shooting stars, and some of them may be. But I've shown similar videos from John Bell of similar objects that do make direction changes. He is getting a real contact on a nightly basis at Real Florida UFO. Yeah, that's an orb. That might be his contact Tinkerbell that he calls. He calls it Tinkerbell. Which looks like a little wispy orb, but it struck his multi-ton military-style truck and rattled it on camera. Great stuff, so thank you for sharing, John, and I will link to this in his channel in the comments below. Meanwhile, Matt Gaetz is saying that Lou Elozando was threatened out of his position with the UAP Disclosure Fund.
What I will say is, I think there are a lot of people who believe Lou was threatened out of that position. That the disclosure was frustrating, certain people within the intelligence community, and they wanted anything that we might learn to be shut down. And so I know that the thing that Burchett is zeroed in on the UAPs is getting the subpoena authority and then getting the skiff access. So we can force people under oath in a classified setting with nowhere to hide to answer his questions. And then as a member of Congress, he can choose what to talk about and during speech and debate and not. And my suspicion is he would be illuminating on that front. He's faced all kind of headwinds on that. Everyone's tried to stop him. And, I think that all the encouragement he can get online and, and with other members of Congress, like if this wasn't 3 members of Congress, if it was like 20 members of Congress, they'd probably get it. The problem is that you've got a very small group dedicated to it, and that group needs to grow if you want to see different results.
Okay, I like that. So Tim Burchett working behind the scenes to make things happen and get some answers. I love it. And the idea that Lou Elizondo may have been forced out or even threatened out because people don't want the truth coming out. Now, I'm more of the mind that he was, left because of the fake UFO photo. However, if indeed that was a plant meant to discredit him, which I think it probably was, somebody gave him a bad UFO photo just for this reason, then they were ready to put pressure in the right places to get Lou Elizondo out of the UAP Disclosure Fund. I think that scenario is actually pretty likely, but let me know what you guys think. Meanwhile, Hollywood is talking about her first CE5 event where they saw an energy ball morph into a human face.
Oh my God. And I can show you the picture. It was like a ball of energy that had morphed into like a human face.
Morphs into a human face. She says this is her first group CE5 event. So I guess she has done some of these on her own. And she shares a video or a photo of this human face right here. Now, to me, that could be pareidolia, but I've come across so many of these accounts of orbs with faces on them. And they'll change shape, and sometimes they'll have faces and stuff. And I believe this. I think this is probably a real thing. Is this an example of it? I don't know, but at a certain point, you kind of have to trust the witnesses, or at least I do. She had a genuine experience with something anomalous, at the very least, and pretty cool. And thank you for sharing, Holly. Meanwhile, Contacting the Desert, a live demonstration of telepathy. So the telepathic person who's blindfolded and can't see, obviously, is supposed to divine a color that somebody is picking, and she's unaware of what this color is. So the audio is really bad, so I'm just going to read it out. So this is the image that she selected. Wait for it. This color. So wait for it. Are you ready, sweetie? Anyway, it's blue. She's supposed to divine that it's blue. So can you spell the color that he just held up? Okay, here I'll play the audio.
B L U E.
Okay, well, she spelled the color, so, I mean, I believe her. I believe she was seeing this color. I believe the telepathy tapes are presenting real information. I know there's some debate about that, and I totally get it, and it'd be nice if we had this stuff, nailed down a little bit more, and, the most scientifically rigorous test that we can get to demonstrate these abilities and validate them to the public at large. But, for myself, I don't require that. I know these abilities do exist. I've experienced them, and many of you have as well. So I wish this was a stronger demonstration, but it is what it is, and let me know what you guys think about it. Now, we just saw Chris Ramsay was there. He's that guy right there in the background. Well, he was also there performing magic tricks for a bunch of people. I think this one was posted by Ashton Forbes, who was there.
No, you're filming?
No, this is just for...
What?
What?
Fuck? What the fuck, dude?
Okay, pretty cool trick, guys. Pretty cool trick. Now, is that a trick, or is he actually, telekinetic or something? Is this a magic trick, or is this a magic trick? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Meanwhile, on a thread from a post by Brandon Fugel, owner of Skinwalker Ranch, and I can't wait for the new season. It's about to start. Really excited. I love that show, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch and its spinoff, Beyond Skinwalker Ranch. Great stuff. That's like UFO disclosure on a weekly basis when that show is going on. Anyway, H.C. Staunton reached out to Brandon and let him know about this picture. He says, Brandon, my kid took this picture on Friday night. We were just south of Skinwalker Ranch, facing north at the ranch. Can't explain the dark ray, the ray sky feature on the left, or the possible white UAP on the upper right. I'm not seeing anything else other than that. Neither were visible to the eye. Now, is that a camera artifact? Hey, totally possible. But the reason he's pointing this out to Brandon is because on the show Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, there's this weird anomaly. It's not visible with the naked eye, or you can't wrap your knuckles on it, but it is some sort of spire that shows up on their sensor data that is anomalous, and it doesn't make any sense. Nobody has a good explanation for what that feature is, what that anomaly is. So could this be it, or something like it? Is that what they were seeing on their camera? I would love to know your thoughts. If you're familiar with The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch and you've seen that episode and you know what I'm talking about, what is that thing? What is The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, guys? Let me know your thoughts. Meanwhile, this is a dragon video from Transylvania. Love it. Sent to me by Tim Clark. Thank you, Tim. Bright white orb observed during the filming of an aircraft over Verda, Transylvania in Romania on May 31st. Love it. Check it out, guys. We have this UFO that is buzzing this plane, or near enough. So yeah, check it out. Yeah, this orb, whatever it is, that is just skimming across the sky, making a U shape. I don't think that's a bug. I don't think that's a bird, but it is probably a dragon UFO. Of course, the term coined by Dr. Robert Shipe of California, who has done such amazing work, pioneer in the field of ufology, specifically in the area of these small UFOs that buzz aerial vehicles and objects. This weird sub-phenomenon of UFOs. This repeatable, pattern of UFO behavior. I love it. I love that, we've identified this repeatable behavior of these UFOs, and I think we need to figure out what they are doing up there. A lot of people have theories about energy grids and so on, and hey, I don't have a better theory. So let me know your theory about dragon UFOs and whether or not this is one in the comments below. Meanwhile, Skywatch Signal is sharing this awesome UFO video over Manchester Airport. Look at that. Just a metallic orb, just like the Boogosphere, possibly like the dragon UFO video we just watched. Just doing its thing in broad daylight, not in any hurry. Just kind of pretty chill. I think it seems to be revolving a little bit, which would be really interesting, and would explain why the glyph, or the symbol on the Boogosphere, is so hard to see in the original video. It'd be great if we could see that on the video itself, but as you can see, I hope, it seems to be revolving. Either way, I think this is pretty good footage. I mean, let me know if you think that's a balloon or something. Hey, always possible, but I thought that was a pretty good footage of what might be something very similar to the Boogosphere. Last but not least, just an elephant enjoying a slide. Check it out. Look at that, guys. That's a happy elephant. Let me know what you think about this happy elephant and everything else covered today in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Discord, links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road, buy a t-shirt or a coffee mug or a hoodie or whatever in the merch store. You can become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars. I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.